Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for high school football again here in Williamson County 2012, and I am Paul Brees along with Matt Hill, and we are here at Independence High School where the Independence Eagles play host to the Blackman Blaze, and another exciting high school game here in Williamson County. Matt, the weather's holding off for us, and look for another exciting game. These two teams met last year in week 0 with Blackman coming up with a 14-9 win at Blackman. Hopefully we see some better things from Independence this year offensively. Who are some players maybe we need to take a look at?
Yeah, they got a lot of new faces and some old ones, like Oscar Brando last year and Zach Steele, two guys to definitely look out for. And you got to look for Vic Thornton. He is a junior, and he is all over the place. We're going to be calling his name a lot tonight. And then we've got at quarterback this year, Andrew Bunch. And what Coach Dyson says is he has played awesome so far to start off the season, and they're very excited about what he's going to bring to the table. But the nice thing about him is he is a freshman. So if he's everything that Coach Dyson thinks he's going to be around for a long time.
Well, you know, with Coach Dyson, Matt, defense has been the key for them the last few years since he's shown up. Not very offensive, putting a lot of points on the board, and of course, you know, last year they kind of got bailed out with the SEC kicker now, Landon Foster. I mean, defensively, Matt, they're going to be flying all over the field.
They definitely are, and you know, that defense is really what helped them out last year. Just like you said, offense struggled a little bit, had some quarterback issues going on, splitting some time back and forth. Some other things happened off the field, I believe, with the quarterback situation. But nonetheless, that defense and their kicker, Landon Foster, was able to get them to 8-3 record, made it to the playoffs, bumped out in the first round. But you know, they've got high expectations here this year for the Eagles, and the same thing is for the Blackman Blaze. You got to know that playing in Rutherford County.
Yeah, anytime you're playing a Rutherford County team, you're playing a quality opponent here. And as we're going to see, Independence here going to kick off. Again, without the absence of Landon Foster now at the University of Kentucky, we're going to have to see if Drake Dorman can get the ball to the end zone, because, you know, in high school, Matt, anytime it reaches that end zone, it's going to automatically start at the 20. Nobody runs it out.
Foster was putting it through the uprights almost.
So we are here for kickoff, a nice crowd, still trying to roll in here.
A lot of vehicles coming in.
So Norman set to kick, the left footer. The line drive gonna be returnable. And here comes Blackman with the return, found a seam, and he's got outside. Oh, that
goes for the hurdle.
Quite an athletic move, and a late flag has shown up.
Not sure what that was. Yeah. Looked like number 20, Drake Dorman on the tackle. That was the kicker came in and tried to clean that up.
Well, I tell you what, Cole Notgrass, the return man for Blackman, found the seam and took it about 60 yards, and it is a personal foul on the Blaze. And here are your starters for the Blaze. Matt Williams, D. Mathers going to keep your eye on there, the running back. Allen, Mosier, Bear, and Cousin. And then the guys up front, Lilly, the Singletons, Woodward, and Bell. And so, Matt, I guess hurdling over an opponent is maybe a personal foul in high school.
I think maybe now they're saying he kind of kicked him in the face or something. I don't know.
I got you.
You know, but I guess a lot of rule changes with everything happening with these new helmets and concussions, all those. But I think you kind of got to let them play some ways. And see him right there. I guess we're going to see the hurdle right about here. And I guess they're calling that a personal foul because he kicked him in the face.
Well, you know, now that's the big thing in the NFL.
Yeah. And if you look at that, though, it was his back foot. It was almost like the kicker ran into his foot.
Well, as things always happen here in week 0 in the first home game, clock malfunctions early on, and that is a delay on the field right now.
That's par for the course right there.
Absolutely. So,
but exciting beginning here. You know, we talked about that kicking game with the absence of Landon Foster, and you saw the line drive kick, and whenever you have that happen, you have an opportunity for a return, get that wedge set up.
It definitely makes the Gunners have to run a little bit faster to get down there to contain them. So here we go offensively for the Blaze. Watch number 5 in the backfield. He is going to be the man. There's a quick trap up the middle to Allen.
Well, he picks up a 9 yards. Tough, hard run. And it looked like they had a shot to kind of wrap him up, stop him for a 2 or 3 yard gain, but that's a big man.
Well, defensively for Independence, your eye on a few guys that have been around the block for him. And Murray, Briscoe, Jalen Wade moving down to the D-line. Zach Steele, Hoagland, Venuti, Prado, of course, Childers, Lanigan, and Vic Wharton, the new guy, as well as Katzman. So second down, and there's Mathers off the counter. He's going to pick up the first down.
Nice hard run off the edge.
So a little bit, if you're unfamiliar with D. Mathers, his older brother graduated from Blackman last year, ran for over 4,000 yards, and had a lot of touchdowns, and is now at the University of Mississippi. So he has
high
got
expectations.
Yeah. So little brother's got a lot to carry, but played a lot behind his brother. You know, when they get up big and they throw D in there, he get his carries in. But I tell you what, you know, going back to last year's game, 14-9, Matt, that 14 points was the least amount of points that Blackman was held to all year last year. And that gives credit to, you know, Coach Dyson, where he is told many times he's going to put his best 11 athletes to play defense first. He's worried about defense, and then the offense will work itself out.
And it goes right back to what you talked about last year. Offense not quite as potent, trying to get some things worked out. Got a lot of young guys, but the defense kept them in the game. And talk about loading up the defense with his best 11 players. We got a lot of them that are playing offense as well. We got several guys that are playing both ways.
Well, you talk about Blackman.
Oh,
I think you told me that he had 105 dressed out.
107.
107
on the roster.
And that is about 4 deep over there on the sidelines.
Even then, they still have several guys playing both ways. I'd imagine they got some subs rotating in and out of there.
Well, there's the counter again, and Mathers picks up a nice 4 or 5 yards right there.
Number 5 on the carry.
It's early on, but their first 3 plays here, Blackman's been able to run the ball pretty well. They're picking up 4 or 5 yards a pop. They're 9 like the first one, and they're going to have their way. And I'm sure that's just what Coach Philip Shadowman's wanting.
And Shadowman's having some success at Rutherford County. It's always a battle between Riverdale, Oakland, Blackman, Smyrna. It's just a loaded district. Not easy one to come out of. So there's the big fella right there.
Oh, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch at running back right there.
And Allen, you know, I'm looking down. I'm trying to find his size, and just up here he looks like
oh,
nice.
Yeah, he's huge. Especially, you know, you hand it off to D. Mathers, and who's not a small guy, but huge size difference there.
So normally don't see Independence get pushed around up front right there, but Blackman definitely controlling the line of scrimmage right now with 9:46 and counting. So there's a sweep. Mathers trying to get out there in a nice containment by number 33 for the Eagles. That is Mitchell Webb. So that's going to make it second and about 9.5. That's about the first time, Matt, that we've seen Independence really slow that running game down.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need to do it here. You know, they got the short field off the nice kick return, and Blackman's been moving it ever since. Getting to be in the field goal range.
Well, now the first time we have seen the shotgun formation from Blackman. Matt Williams. And Mathers off the counter. Had a quick burst right there, Matt.
Yeah, that was a nice counter play, well blocked. Saw the defensive end on the left side of the field just streak up the field, and when they just countered right back out, D. Mathers just popped out. Nice blocking, well executed, and that's going to put him right at about the 21-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, a good sign of a good running back is vision.
Yep.
And right there, it's
patience.
It's just handoff right there, and you got to read what you get, number 5, and.
Yeah.
Picked up a nice gain, converted the first down, and now the blaze of Blackman right at about the Independence 21 with 1st and 10. And again, Allen rumbling, bumbling, stumbling for about 3-4.
Big, strong man. I just went and asked one of the Blaze coaches, and they said he is about 230 pounds, and is 6'2". That's probably one of the biggest running backs we're going to see on TV, on WC TV this year.
That is a load.
And that's an effective weapon as you get down here inside this red zone.
So we're here, Blackman 2nd and 6. As Williams back under center, and they're going to try it one more time. And they still cannot drag him down, Matt.
Well, they stopped him for only a couple of yards at least.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't take him down.
Well, you know, right here, when you keep feeding the belly right there, Matt, you're setting up something.
And I'm looking down here at this, and I don't know much about Blackman, to be honest, but I'm looking at Brandon Davenport, and he looks like a nice target out there. He plays tight end safety, and they've been putting him in the slot. See where he lines up right here. He's up on the left side. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go up top to him.
Well, Coach Dyson right there, you see him kind of
not happy about what's happening here this first drive.
Yeah, we'd love to see a stop by his D. Mathers off tackle, and there's a nice play.
Yeah, big hit by number 4, Tyler Hogelin.
Well, that's going to make it a big difference here, Matt. Now you got 4th and about 3.5.
Yeah, he came up from his linebacker position and made a nice hit.
And now it looks like Coach Shadowman's going to roll the dice, and you are going to have to see maybe see if Williams puts it up in the air, or do you trust and
maybe trying to draw them off sides here, less than 5 yards. Pounding the ball like they've been.
Yeah, you may be right. Gonna step away maybe and call timeout, or check off here, catch him asleep. And they're going to go back to Mathers.
Oh!
And he is squeezed through for a first down.
Oh, they had some penetration.
And that is trusting your talented running back and your offensive line.
And I like what they did there. You know, you get in that position and you see it time and time again. They get in and play the hard count a couple times, and the quarterback steps back, looks to the sideline, comes back, does the hard count again, and stands up and calls timeout. And when you do that, you kind of get the defense on his heels a little bit. And you're going to see here when they snap the ball, there's going to be a little bit of penetration by these Independence Eagles. But they're not able to get to the runner. And D's going to pick up the first down. Nice running, nice blocking.
Well, we are going to see probably a timeout here by Blackman, and you got 1st and goal. Yeah, unfortunately, the goal is 9 yards away. Not your typical 1st and goal from the 1 or 2. But
the way they're running the ball, I don't know if they're worried about it right now.
And I tell you what, they had the big return, Matt. Then they got the personal foul penalty. That
took them back a little bit.
Took them back to the 40. So we're here about 51 yards on this drive, and all have been on the ground.
They haven't even put it in the air once yet. And I believe they've picked up 4 or more yards every time they've handed off, except for one time when they stopped them for 1. So,
even more impressive, Matt, they've done it for the most part between the tackles.
Yes, they have not done nothing. They have not stretched it. They haven't done anything tricky. You know, we've seen them in the shotgun one time, ran the counter, executed it very well.
Well, you know, you have an athletic guy like Vic Wharton for the Eagles, who's out there at, cornerback, and he's only on one side of the field. And you really, and it seems like they're trying to go away from him as much as possible and not really going to challenge him passing the ball. But we'll give it here with a shotgun formation on 1st and goal from the 9. 5:52 remaining here. And Mathers, look, it's all about vision right there, Matt. You saw him.
Yeah.
He went one direction, looked, checked it down, and nobody wanted to come up and hit him.
And he wasn't waiting either. You know, you talk about that vision. Nice patience, but as soon as he saw his hole, he took off. And so many times, especially when there are guys in the backfield like there were, start dancing around, not too sure yourself. And you don't see that from Mathers. He gets the handoff, there's a couple of guys in the backfield, and he just takes it, finds a hole. And it's not dancing around, hits it up, gets what he can get, and it turns into something nice.
Well, not the start that the home team and the Eagle fans were looking for, as Blackman has kept it on the ground and looking to punch it in with Mathers. And not a bad play, a great step up. I believe that's 41, Matt.
Yeah, that is Josh Murray, the senior, coming in from the backside. Nice play by Josh Murray. Trying to step up and make a play here, 3rd down.
Well, it says 3rd and 2, but I tell you what, it looks like they're about on the inch line.
Yeah.
And you know what? This may
I'd bring in the big man.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Check for number 3, Antonio Allen, the fullback. And they just may be putting a motion guy in there.
If they don't put it in his hands, he's going to throw a block, I'd imagine here.
Mathers may get stopped again, and he put it on
They
the ground.
dropped it.
At the 1, and a recovery by the Eagles.
And that's number 53,
Yep.
Jake Williams, defensive line, the senior. Huge play. Wow. I mean, you come out here, nice return by Blackman. They're moving it up, and not just moving the ball, eating up all kinds of clock. Your defense is the strength of your team. You're thinking they're getting kind of a little demoralized out here, and they come up with a huge play on 3rd down and goal. Now you're going to see the handoff, and Williams gets hit immediately, drops the ball, and the Eagles do a great job of hopping on that, and Jake Williams does a better job of picking it up and running with it, getting away from that end zone.
I think it's Chris Lilly, the receiver, who had to come back there and make the tackle, or things really could have gotten ugly for the Blaze. Well, here we go. Offensively, now we talked about the freshman bunch, but it's going to be Vic Wharton, a man of many talents, and that's going to be
motion.
Not the start offensively you wanted either, but
no.
You know what? Good things have happened for the Eagles, and comes to catching the breaks, and so
looks like Wharton staying out.
well, we see Bunch, Wade, Hoagland, Murray, Cole, Brandon, Rutledge, Driscoll, Williams, Brown, and Swayze. But keep your eye on Kenton Brown as well. So Vic Wharton being looked at by many schools. Lefty, plenty of time. He's going to lay it down to number 1. That's going to be Prado. That is going to be
about 3 yards.
Yeah.
Not much. Didn't like when Prado caught that ball. He spun back inside. I think when, if you're going to run, I don't even know what that was, a little bubble screen maybe. But you got to hit that upfield quickly.
Well, there's Bayer, Allen, Mathers, Davenport, Cousins, Mosier, Corder, Smotherman, Lytle, Lord, and Singleton. And you talked about a lot of two-way players, both sides of the ball for both teams, really. Wharton, the lefty.
Kind of sidearmed it out there.
And that was Swayze. And Wharton last year played at CPA, Matt, and really was not the throwing quarterback. They usually bring him in Tebow-esque and let him run it off there. So, but he's talented enough to do whatever.
Yeah, I mean.
And many offers out there for Vic Wharton.
Independence is happy to have him. Oh, you don't like that.
They got too many in the back. They thought they had. Here comes the bunch, and he's going to be hit and fumble. And the freshman quarterback has got to tuck the ball away and just take what he can get.
Lucky to hang on to that ball.
And I was just going to mention, Matt, that we had the big rain last night. Field conditions went down there earlier, and it is a little soaky.
I would imagine. I mean, you got a freshman playing quarterback first game. High school ball here in Williamson County, playing Blackman, one of the toughest teams in the state. You got to be a little nervous. So he made a good decision to tuck it, but just got to hang on to that ball.
Again, the new kicker, Dorman. We'll see if he can get his punt away. Landon Foster, also the punter last year. And the ball is still a little wet. And the left footer gets a nice one away. Fair catch.
Yeah, that was a good punt.
Nice play.
We got 5:29 remaining here in the first quarter. Blackman's going to come back. Or excuse me, 2:29 remaining here in the first quarter. Blackman's going to trot back onto the field.
And we'll see if they get a little more fancier on the offense. You know, usually once teams get settled in offensively, run the ball a little bit, now they try to open it up a little bit.
They definitely showed they have the ability to run it. They just had to hand the ball. And now it's time, I think, for, you know, the Eagles stepped up on that last play. But, you know, they weren't hearing what they wanted to hear over that sidelines. I'm sure they were getting an earful. Now I'm sure they're ready to come out here and play some defense.
Williams back at quarterback, and now we're going to see him open it up a little bit.
He's got a man.
He's got a man beat. And there it is, the strike. As Williams hits number 9.
Quindell Cousins.
And just like that.
Big man, plays wide receiver and D end. You said it. You called it.
Well, you know, we have a late flag that came on the field. Maybe the referee dropped it, or yeah, they are waving it off. So, so Williams to Cousins for the 6. And Matt, the fumble at the 1 has now been erased by the Blackman Blaze offense, and it still has shown the firepower to put some points on the board, and the extra point is good.
Yeah, just because they didn't throw it doesn't mean they can't. I mean, you know, that was a good pass. Well set up by that entire last drive.
Well, that was Katzman back there at cornerback, and we'll see right here.
And you called it. Here we come with the
they were working
play
the
action.
counter. Yeah.
With that counter they had, got some success off earlier, and you can see that Cousins just has his man beat, and goes up and does a good job of catching that ball. And I like the fact that he cut back to the middle of the field, saw it wide open, and took away the angle of the defender, and 6 points on the board for Blackman.
Well, about 61-yard touchdown pass, Williams to Cousins, and the Eagles will try right here to answer the bell. With 2:14 left in the first quarter, plenty of time, plenty of opportunities. As you know, in week 0, Matt, we'll see teams make mistakes early on.
And you know Blackman's going to make their share here pretty soon. The Eagles just got to be able to capitalize on them. Got Wharton and Prado back to return. We've seen Prado make some big plays over the year here on WCTV. Some nice interceptions. A couple of big returns. You know he's looking to do that right now.
Wharton, Prado, and Brown, all 3 pretty speedy. So if you're a kicker, pick your poison, I guess.
Yeah. Kick it out of bounds, take it out of 35.
Yeah. And they are going to chip it. And a nice fair catch right there. Number 26, Daniel Wright, freshman.
You know Mr. Wright wasn't expecting that to happen right there. He did a good job just hanging on to that ball.
And I think maybe Coach Dyson may have told him, you know, Dyson was involved in that Music City Miracle.
Yeah,
he goes, man, you know, anything can happen on special teams. So
keep your head on a swivel.
That's exactly right.
Make any sense. On the trot line, what's up?
So we'll see here. I believe it is Bunch back in, the freshman quarterback, 5'11", 150. That looks like a wing T type. That's a.
It's like Dom Childers with the toss.
This is only a sophomore, so.
A lot of young guys here we've seen so far for the Eagles. It's back to the line of scrimmage. You know, I'm not a big fan of that play early on. I think you got to kind of set that up, you know, for the toss, especially on a team like Blackman.
Got a lot of speed on the outsides.
A lot of big guys.
Yeah.
You got to start hitting that inside first and then go off that.
We'll see if they come to Wharton. Speedy. He's got some wheels, Matt.
Wharton a little bit of different animal right there. You can see the ability he's got in the open field.
And that is a
first down we got. of the game for the Eagles.
That's a tremendous asset to have, to come laying in your lap.
Oh, yeah.
And saying, hey, I'm here to play.
Yeah.
And now Wharton now back under the shotgun. Oh, you know, that's sometimes you get that when you change a quarterback.
Yeah, and then also you got a lot of changes there in the offense. You're going from just almost a pistol shotgun formation. A lot of different people moving around.
Well, it's going to be offsides on
oh, wow.
Blaze. You know, neutral zone infraction, I guess, but
I think they're going to take it either way.
So the penalty there makes it 1st and 5.
Puts them on about the 52-yard line.
We'll call it the 48.
Dadgum, what am I doing?
This is
Do I
not the
teach math?
Canadian Football League. And the pullback in Wharton stayed at home was number 8, I believe. And that was Marvel Ridley. Or maybe that was Cousins out there. Yeah, I believe it was Cousins. Defensive end stayed at home.
Now they're going to take a step back. Best field position of the game so far for Independence. You take advantage of it here. Coach Dyson trying to get his men set from the sidelines.
Now
not liking what he's
backfield,
seeing.
And now Dyson's going to have to use a burn a timeout.
Oh, and he is upset. You know, just like you said, when you're switching these quarterbacks around and you're going from, you know, like a run-first option to this spread offense, switching out a lot of guys, and also a lot of young guys playing both ways, get a lot of confusion here early on in the season.
Well, I think one concern for Coach Dyson was the fumble by the freshman quarterback, and I think he was like, oof,
yeah,
maybe I'll work him in a little bit as kind of the game kind of progresses. Especially now you're in a hole 7-0.
And right now you're second and about 6. And on the 47-yard line, you're trying to put some points on the board. You don't want to screw that up.
Or the 53-yard line.
Yes, thank you. I was waiting for that.
Well, good crowd here. Again, the weather's held off. Always love to come to Independence. Very gracious host. So here we go, 2nd and 6.
45 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Wharton at the screen. And a nice.
He got it set up. Didn't
nice.
get the block, and they needed it on the outside. If
they picked up a first down, I believe.
Yeah, they did at the first down, but if you pick up another block there, it's a touchdown. Hard for those big guys out in open space to hit those little guys, I can tell you that. But they're going to be happy with that first down, I can guarantee you. And they're on the move, trying to put some points on the board here.
As a former offensive lineman, you always loved the screen pass.
Oh, I love it.
Never had to block, chip him, and get out of the way.
Amen to that one. If you just get in those little guys' way, you do enough.
Jet sweep, maybe? Nope, we're going to follow Wharton.
Oh, no.
And if he can get outside. Oh.
He's in trouble.
Well, maybe not.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm telling you, the kid is crazy. Young man's got a lot of moves out there.
No doubt. You dancing around like that, you're usually going to lose 7 yards. Oh, how he got back. Not just back to the line of scrimmage, he picked up 2 yards.
Well, he played 3A ball last year, and the difference between 3A and 6A is that there's more big-time talent on the field.
Yeah.
3A's got a couple of guys, where 6A's probably got about 5 or 6 guys are not too bad. And
so far, he's holding his own.
Yeah,
more than that.
Yeah. And he's probably saying, wow, the speed of the game is a little quicker. So after the end of the first quarter, the Blackman Blaze 7 and the Independence Eagles 0. And Coach Dyson here started the second quarter, finally crossing the Blackman territory.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little momentum, able to move the ball. We saw Blackman come out and move it right down the field, turnover, turn the ball over on about the 1 yard line. Independence came out and tried to turn it over. We were able to recover the ball and ended up punting. And then just like that, Blackman comes out with the play action pass, goes over the top, puts 7 on the board, and that's where we sit right now.
So the 61-yard touchdown pass, the difference right now, as you said, as week 0 has opened up for high school football, as we have a lot of teams in action in Williamson County. Cookeville is at Brentwood High. Franklin is playing host to Siegel, I believe, yeah. Page, I believe, is they're playing it on, and then of course your favorite team, the Fairview Yellow Jackets, are playing Cheatham County tonight.
So that's a good atmosphere out there, good people.
Bunch back in the game. We'll see.
Oh, man. Lucky to get rid of that ball.
And that is Allen, Matt.
Yeah, you know that did not feel good. He's a big man. You can definitely see it now. Got a little bit of a gut on him. I mean, he's not your prototypical running back.
And Coach Dyson trying to find Vic Wharton very quickly. Tells Bunch to come over to the sidelines and check on him. You know, the freshman right there hanging on the ball a little too long right there.
Yeah. You see, he's got to get rid of it right there. I mean, he kind of steps up into the pocket, which is not a bad thing, but you see him about to cock it, and he doesn't really get rid of the ball, and he gets hammered.
Wharton, lefty.
Oh, not gonna be able to bust through, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
A nice play by 39 defensively before the Blaze. Wilkerson.
Had a couple of guys back there.
And that's something maybe Wharton could have got away with last year playing 3A.
Yep. And, you know, that's something he's going to have to learn. You know, he doesn't have quite as much time. If he tucked it a little, you know, maybe a half second earlier, he's able to bust through and maybe possibly pick up that 1st down. You know, last year, just like you're saying, I'm sure he could have held it as long as he wanted, just ran around and made something happen.
So 4th down, the punt, Dorman. He got a nice punt off this time. A little knuckleball.
Not bad at all. Puts it inside the 20.
Yeah, and tell you what, Dorman's gotten with maybe some of the Titans punters working on the knuckleball out there. Got it floating around. I think Dyson's asking him, where'd you get that from?
Yeah, he gave him a high five when he's coming off the sideline. He's looked good so far tonight, punting the ball. And he made the tackle on the
yeah, that's right, on the kickoff return to start the game. So now Blackman, offensively, we talked about finally opening it up. I think, Matt, they're probably going to get, well, I don't see, I'm looking for Mathers and Allen out there, the two-headed monster.
Yeah.
We got a new crew back there in the backfield.
You know,
I think Williams. That's, well, I tell you what, 22 right there. Check your rosters.
Yeah, that is Cole Knotgrass.
Knotgrass, the junior. And he, you know what? Anybody could have gone through that part of the line right there.
Not losing a step. I mean, he did a great job coming into the game. And big hole, nice running by Knotgrass.
Well, you talked about it earlier, Matt. They got 107 dress, but Mathers and Allen both having to play offense and defense. So maybe Coach Shadowin's going to go ahead and give him a break right here.
You know, Allen, after he made that big hit, he went out of the game. And hadn't seen him back. Not like he went off on his own accord, but hadn't seen him back in since.
There's Snodgrass again, and
it's a good job by number 4, Tyler Hoagland, coming in and balling that play up, make it 2nd and about 8.
It's going to be 2nd and about 8, 10-20 left, and you see the offense over there huddling up for Independence on the sidelines and work on some offensive line.
Trying to get some things straightened out. It's oh, the ball's on the ground.
And we got a flag, I think. may have had a penalty even before the fumble.
No smack fumble on the play. There are flags.
So can we decline that?
So false start, going to bring it back 5. Still going to be 2nd down. You know, that's one of the things right here, Matt. Vic Wharton was off the field that time on that play on defense. The Blackman coaches were probably saying, check out of it, let's throw it.
Yeah, up top right now.
So going to bring up 2nd about 13. And Allen and Mathers still off the field.
Eagles in good position right here.
There's a lot of people in the box defensively. And there's play action. 7 is open, and he has caught it. A great pitch and catch.
Not wanting to go down, and that's the young man I was talking about earlier.
Davenport, you're exactly right.
I mean, he just kind of looks the part of a tight end out there, but you got to question that. Just like I was sitting there thinking they're in good position, and the fact that they are in 2nd and 13. And then you said it right here, a lot of guys in the box, but they had themselves out of position defensively. You got to kind of wonder what happened there, and Davenport gets over the top. And big man to bring down, just takes 2 of them down there. And big play.
Well, and a great call offensively by the Blaze. They again went away from Wharton. And
got to wonder what we're doing there with the 2nd and 13. Everybody within about 8 yards of the line of scrimmage.
well, they got single coverage up top, Matt. Going up the middle is 39. Wilkerson.
Blackman just seems to have a plethora of running backs here.
Yeah. Wilkerson, a big size young man as well.
Yeah, Allen back into the game.
I did see him trot on.
And there we're going to see.
If we could locate Mathers on the sidelines, but there's 100 guys in his way.
Ball popped out right there at the end.
Yeah, they did. They did. I think they blew it dead. A delay of game is going to be called, and that makes a 2nd and 4 into a 2nd and 9.
Independence needed that
Yeah.
badly.
Been saved by the fumble at the 1, and now some sloppy penalties by the Blaze. And I tell you what, I think Coach Shadowin says just keep running this play, get up there.
Yeah. And I mean, I like it. They're not doing anything fancy. They're just playing smash mouth football, throw it over the top.
Well, there's the play action again, the rollout. Oh,
a little
just
high.
Outstretched arms of 10. That is going to be Jamie Kent.
I think that's actually number 40.
Was it number 40?
Yeah.
Whew.
It looked like it's in at first.
Jevin Shankman, tight end. It's getting rough.
It looked like 10.
We're getting older and older up here,
I
Matt.
know. I'll tell you, Independence's uniforms look a lot better than they used to for us having to pick out the numbers. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
A little Notre Dame-esque.
Wait till we get to Centennial.
Oh,
They had
yeah.
that light powder blue and white. Not an easy combination to fill.
No.
And now a timeout by Shadowins.
I don't
and
think
the
they're going to,
Blaze.
I don't think they'd like it if we said that was kind of North Carolina-esque with everything going on there now.
Yeah. So timeout here, 8:07 in the 2nd quarter of here, our WCTV Game of the Week. Paul Brees, Matt Hill here to bring you again high school action in Williamson County, and we're glad you have joined us.
Big 3rd down coming up here. Blackman's on the move. Independence trying to come up with a big stop. If they can make it here, we saw Blackman go for it earlier on a 2nd and about 4 or 5. I don't, if they're able to come up with a stop here and keep it on 3rd and 9, I don't think we're going to see him try to go for it. Already up 7, tacking on another 3. So big play here for this Independence defense.
Yeah, third and 9, most definitely. And the ball spotted at the 21. That's going to be a 38-yard field goal. That's that iffy mark. 38 to 40 is pretty.
You got no wind.
Oh, you definitely got that called. Kind of a stagnant air. No,
Yeah.
not a whole lot of movement going on.
Although we get the flag people in the end zone, they might be creating a gust coming this way.
Absolutely. So important third down. Mather's not in the game for the Blaze. And another flag late. And surely it's not a delay of game. They just came out of the timeout. That would be a disaster. And
Not sure what that call
that
is.
was something that touching the ear. That is a new one for me.
Somebody gave somebody a wet willy, I think. And
Well,
it's a 5-yard penalty this year.
the end result either way is going to be 3rd and 14. That right there, Matt, just may have solved your answer to kicking a field goal.
Yeah.
Come on, fans, support that defense. Take it off.
Oh, and the counter.
Oh, get him. Nice play, and that's number 1. Oscar Prado made a lot of big plays, and none bigger this season to start it off right there, dropping for a loss on the outside.
What is the decision by Coach Shadowin? It's going to be at the 31 plus 17.
There's Prado coming in last minute, nice tackle. Interesting play call, I think.
Yeah.
I think you want to pick up about 7 and then make that, like you said, and not give yourself an option.
Tell you what, Matt, he's going to put the block down on about the 33, making it a 43-yarder.
That's a lot for high school here.
Well, Landon Foster, no problem.
Yeah.
Number 80, Blackman.
That would be Kyle Mincy.
High snap. And
It's blocked.
Oh,
It's
no.
blocked.
Vic Wharton
Can't
already.
Isn't that live? If he would have caught that?
Or did it go to the
That's
end zone?
live. That's
Oh.
Oh, it rolled in. Oh, come on, young man. That would have been huge.
Yeah, they were walking back there to go get it. It must have touched the end line.
It looked like it rolled right into it. That would have been some exciting stuff right there.
Well, you saw Wharton block it and then run into the kicker.
Which you can do after you block it.
That's correct. But now the question is, where are they going to spot the ball? They have to put it to 20 because it reached the end line. And that's what they called it dead. If the ball reaches the end zone, they should mark it.
That would have been interesting because really no one on either team thought about it.
Well, I saw the coaching staff for Independence jump around.
Yes. Like I'm talking about the players on the field.
Oh, right.
And if just one of them would have got back there, no telling what could have happened.
Well, they're going to mark it. Wait a minute. There's going to be discussion.
Oh, they can't put it on the 1.
Well, there is going to be some heated words exchanged by Coach Dyson.
I don't know, First we're holding our ears calling penalties. Now we're putting the ball on the 1-yard line. I'm not quite sure what's happening here.
Well, maybe we can get a clarification at halftime. Coach Dyson has got to be concerned having this freshman quarterback start at the 1.
I think I'd almost rather than make the field goal.
In the shotgun, that's right. We'll see here. You start 5 yards back and hand it off. That's dangerous, but Jalen.
Wow.
I believe that's
Nice, that is. Jalen Wade. Not a small man in his own right.
6'1", 210. That is a great play just to get out. You had to be
Oh, yeah.
concerned, Matt,
Yeah.
handing it off 4 or 5 yards back in the end zone.
No doubt. And, the whole goal when you're down there, first you were thinking 6 yards, then you're thinking first down, and he got it all in one fell swoop. I want that 6 yards because if you get that 6 yards, you can have your actual whole punt, and
Right.
you're not stepping up forward.
So 6:50 remaining in the first half.
A lot of time.
And we'll see.
Independence does 2 timeouts. Oh, lucky to
Wade
hand
is
that ball
very
off.
lucky, yeah. And that Bunch, the quarterback, this may be one of the situations where Coach Dyson really needs to keep it simple for him.
Yeah,
As
Bunch is coming off the field right now. Wade picks up a couple of yards.
So here comes Vic Wharton back in to play quarterback. And if you look at the roster of Independence, it says Vic Wharton's name. Quarterback, wide receiver, cornerback, running back. He's going to be involved somehow. And I think Blackman Blaze have figured out that Jalen Wade's a pretty good player.
Yeah.
And they're starting to key on number 27.
I mean, he's a big load there. Not quite as big as Allen, but I think Jalen Wade's got a little more speed.
Well, there's Mathers, and we've been wondering where he's been on offense. Defensively back in the secondary for the Blackman Blaze. So I guess Coach Shadowins is saving him up. Gonna
3rd and 9.
Feeling that maybe defense is a little more important right now. Put your best athletes out there.
And he's had several guys just run in and out of that running back position that done very well.
And there's Bunch.
Good blocking
He's
up
gonna
front.
Throw it up.
Oh, wow. Decent blocking. I was about to say that's a great job by Prado coming back to the ball, but not able to hang on to it.
Well, what that does, those pass plays, of course, kill the clock. Backed up 5 minutes and 10 seconds, or 11 seconds, Matt. Plenty of time for the Blaze to do something offensively.
Whole lot of time. We've seen a couple of good punts from young man here, Drake Dorman. But backed up like this, you're not going to get it that far out, maybe past the 40.
Yeah, and again,
good punt.
Plenty of time to run it back with a fair catch. Again, I guess Coach Shadowin says, listen, Chris Lilly, just catch it. Let us take it over.
And good punt by the young man, but just not being able to move the ball as much, especially starting off on the 1 yard line. When you don't start off the 1 yard line, you're adding another 10, 15 yards to that. Think about Wade's first run. But with 5 minutes and change and 1 timeout, you can still run everything in your offense. You don't have to do anything crazy.
Well, Mathers and Allen, thunder and lightning. Back in the backfield for the Blaze. And again, and a great pitch and catch. And there's Lilly, the sure-handed receiver, got a lot of room. And the strength, Matt, coming in was what I heard was the secondary for Independence, and they have not held their own tonight.
No, they have not. And you could see it on that previous big play to the tight end. You're looking at 2nd and 13. Coach Dyson's got a lot of faith in those guys. Stacks everybody up, and they go over the top for a long one. And, every time that the Blazers drop back to throw the ball, it's not been a 5-6 yard pass. They've been going downfield. They've been attacking the secondary. Again, play action pass.
Got to
good
make that
throw
tackle.
wide open, and you've got to come in and make that. Good job by those guys of tracking him down, not letting him score. But, man, that's very disheartening.
And there's Mathers and a great play off the edge.
Good job by Jalen Wade.
Yeah. It's just a slow developing play, man.
Yep. And good job on those two-way players. And no quitting that young man. Huge play there. 2nd and about 13. You're on the 19-yard line.
Well, the passes that the Blaze have been attempting, Matt, everything has been bootlegged away from Wharton.
Yeah.
And
you're right.
They have rarely have gone to the left-hand side.
Running or passing.
Yeah.
Blackman has really struggled in the end zone tonight,
try
though.
to throw it up.
Oh, he's got him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pass interference.
If you're going to face guard him, you better
turn
turn around and look.
Yeah. Although that's better than giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, so Quindell Cousin, the guy that caught the long pass early on, the intended receiver, number 9.
And Blackman's got some big guys, but you said it, they feel like the strength of their defense of this secondary. You got to wonder what's going on out there. I think really that first drive really kind of threw these guys off with the fact that Blackman just drove down the field, hammering it between the tackles again and again and again, and kind of took everybody on this defense off their game.
Well, that is going to be an automatic first down. 1st and goal, just inside the 10. Blackman's been here before. converted once and fumbled at the 1.
Well, they converted on the long pass.
And Allen, he's just, well, they finally drug him down.
Yeah, and that was number 53. Jake Williams, the senior.
Picks up about 1, so going to be second and goal from about the 9. Maybe
3:25. Remaining here in the second quarter. You know, Independence definitely doesn't want to come away with more than 3 points on this field goal, or 3 points on this drive.
Going to try to spread them out. Look for Mathers maybe on a handoff.
You called it.
He can dance.
Nice, yeah.
He's going to roll in, and the side judge says he's down at the 1 yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and goal.
Right.
Deja vu, Matt.
Yeah,
they did it the first drive. Same situation. We will see. The first fumble. Well, there's Mathers hopping
off the field. That's not good. You know, we've seen several guys carry the rock tonight for Blackman, but that's their lead man right there.
And defensively, he's always a solid performer back there on D. So, especially if they go down 2 scores, Independent's going to have to start throwing the ball even more. And that time, the big fellas up front get the push, and the Blackman Blaze have punched another one in.
Yeah, I'd say that's the smart call right there.
Well, Coach Shadowin's learned his lesson after fumbling from the 1 last time on the handoff. And you know, we talked about Mathers going off. On defense, Matt, he's one of the few guys with the speed to catch a Vic Wharton type kid. So you don't want to see him off the field if you're Coach Shadowin's and a Blaze fan.
Definitely not. And we've seen Wharton make some nice plays in the, when he's been under pressure. We haven't seen him so much tonight when he's been in the open field. If he's able to get past that front 7, you're right. Mathers is the type of guy, the only one play on the field that could probably catch him. And that's going to put 14 on the board after that quarterback sneak. Good job by that offensive line, staying low, firing off the ball, and driving in the end zone. They just created a whole new line of scrimmage. Getting a little chippy there at the end of it.
Well, Matt Williams, the quarterback for the Blaze, Matt, is only a junior, and he has been the conductor of this orchestra offensively, very businesslike, not making any mistakes.
No, they've been just moving it down the field. And the other thing, you haven't seen anything that looked tricky. They haven't done anything crazy. They've just lined up, run the ball, run off tackle, between the guards, counter plays, play action. You can't draw it up any more simple than that. And then conversely, we've seen and we haven't seen any real trick plays or anything like that from
just different formations that are
running out. A lot of different guys coming in and out of the game, trying to make some different things happen. A little spread offense instead of just lining up and playing ball. And I think sometimes early on in the season, you can kind of hurt yourself doing that. Because we've got some new guys on the team, a lot of new guys.
So the Blaze leading here with 2:19 left, 14-0.
A lot of time left, 2 timeouts. And you said it, Independence has got some playmakers. They can make something happen here.
And Wharton wants to catch it.
Yeah, he was coming after it.
And we will see if he can get through there. His own guy kind of held him up right there.
And Wharton kind of waited a little bit there as well. But you're right. He ran over there. He said, "This is my ball. I'm taking it."
That's like the old Bad News Bears. Kelly come over in front of the guys and catch the fly ball. So a long way to go with 2 minutes offense here. Starting the Eagles offense here at the 22. And it looks like Bunch is going to be back at the helm at quarterback. And they're trying to get Wharton the ball, and a great contained tackle.
And that's the tight end.
That's at number 7, Davenport.
Yeah, I'm liking Davenport.
Brandon Davenport, the senior,
3-yard gain on the play, ball on the 25.
comes out there and does his job.
And that's not an easy job tracking down Wharton.
Well, now we have
Stoppage of play here.
some equipment malfunction by 39 of the Blaze, Wilkerson.
Official timeout.
And Neil Lytle entering the game. So 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard pitch and catch to Bunch to Wharton.
The Blazers really got everybody within 10 yards. Well, they dropped those safeties really quickly.
Now underneath.
Get upfield.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple of times now tonight when Independence receivers have caught the ball, they've kind of circled around. You got to catch that and go. And I think especially in this situation, he needs to catch that and head to that sideline.
22, Dom Childress.
Well, Dom Childers with the reception. The sophomore.
He's a young guy, you know.
First down.
He'll learn what to do there.
Eagles, that's a Vanderbilt
120.
running joint. First
They got to
down.
move. We got a lot of time running off this clock. I don't know what's going on here.
Well, and he
They
is,
called it.
You know, Chambers is limping off the field over here. And he has been a weapon.
Well, the officials get the call. I don't get to call that first down. It's a measurement.
They're going to be measured.
Oh,
and
we're measuring it there. Hope the young man's all right, messing with his right leg a little bit, getting a little water. And it looks like
Gonna be third down.
going to be 3rd and inches.
6 inches.
well, this is
You
one
don't
of
like that. I mean, you wanted to be able to throw the ball down the field. Now right here, you're going to try to got to worry about picking up a first down.
well, now they're kind of, Dyson's bringing out the,
Big boys,
yeah, going to go to a little jumbo action.
play action.
Tackle eligible. So Bunch looks like he's going to be back at quarterback, and he will go under center, and Wade is the lone, well, in the I formation.
It's like D. Mathers is back in the game for the Blaze.
Bunch on the carry. Quarterback keeper going to get the first down with 1:08.
Yeah, they got to move.
And that is a first down. Vanderbilt.
That clock is going to start back up after they get set.
It's going to be I believe he's going to call a timeout, Matt. So Coach Dyson utilizing his timeouts. And, you know, you got a young quarterback like that, you really got to, you know, really set him up every play almost.
Yeah, and especially in a situation like this, he's got a freshman here with a minute remaining here in the first half, down by 14. Trying to put some points on the board to go in at halftime to get a little closer here. Playing Blackman, one of the best teams in the state, in Rutherford County. And you want to make sure you got all your ducks in a row.
Well, normally Chase Swayze's out there, and he's in the quarterback rotation, but I believe he's maybe injured tonight, Matt, so Bunch going to get most of the reps. And Vic Wharton, again, you've seen him at times at the quarterback, but from what I hear, there's a young man named Caleb Hollis that is not a bad quarterback, but you look on the sidelines, he's in a sling.
I don't think we'll be seeing Mr.
So
Hollis.
Hollis is not going to be in, but they have high expectations for him as well. So we're going to see Bunch right here. And he's running for his life. He's going to get rid of it.
Goes up high to Wharton. Lucky that Wharton's able to get a hand on that and knock it down almost. Kind of became the defender there.
And Bunch really took a shot after he threw it.
And he is pressuring his face immediately. You know, it looked like they were going to try to roll it out, but tackle not able to contain his man. Brings up second down, 1 minute remaining.
So Wharton,
A lot of movement.
well, Wharton, I don't think realized, hey, I'm the quarterback now, so he's having to come a long way over. The lefty throws it underneath to Prado in 50 seconds.
That's It's going to be some time running off the clock here, trying to get this all set up for not much gain. Third down. Prado makes a nice reception, but just with the amount of time on the clock, you got to hit the sidelines or go downfield.
And Wharton really scrambling to the outside, and he's
On
a
the move.
left-hander, and he's unfortunately going to go out of bounds and stop the clock. Now it's 4th down.
I don't think he, when you're switching in and out of quarterback, other positions, probably not that aware of the fact that that really was 3rd down there. Maybe thought he had another down, and he just runs right out of bounds, and then we're going to see the punt team trot onto the field with 30 seconds remaining. And we got Drake Dorman again coming onto the field. He's had some nice punts tonight.
Only Chris Lilly, they call him Mr. Fair Catch. Not going to make any returns back here. And here he goes, the punt. And he is just going to let it go over his head. And that is going to trickle down out of bounds at the 10.
We're saying that's inside the 10.
At the 9.
Dorman's had some nice punts tonight.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. So look for the Blaze maybe to take a knee and head to the house up 14-0.
Yeah, you'd think so. They have not gotten fancy, done anything to put themselves in any bad positions. You think that trend's going to continue right here. Independence will get the ball starting in the second half. So barring any unforeseen events, we're looking at a 14-0 game here to end the first half.
Well, as the Blaze coaches up top here with us, they're heading down, so they know something that we know. They're probably going to take a knee. There it is.
And that's it.
Well, as the clock is going to run out on the first half, as week 0 has opened up, your halftime score is going to be the Blackman Blaze 14 and the Independence Eagles 0. And we will be right back with second half action after Pets of the Week. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our WCTV Game of the Week here, week 0, as the Blackman Blaze lead the Independence Eagles 14-0 at halftime. Paul Brees and Matt Hill again bringing you the broadcast. And Matt, a slow start for the Eagles offensively and defensively. What do the Eagles have to do to try to gain some momentum here?
Well, first thing they're going to have to do is come out and stop this run. And I think they're going to have to play some type of two-deep coverage. That's hard when you say you're going to stop the run, but they're going to have somebody sit back in that middle, because not only have to stop the run, but they're been getting killed in the play-action pass area. What do you think? Blackman's had only about 4 or 5 passes, but each one of them is gone for 30 yards or more.
Well, absolutely. The total yardage is very disparaging. 244 for the Blackman Blaze to 60 for the Eagles, and most of that has been done by Vic Wharton.
Yep.
And he's had to do it all. It seems like the freshman quarterback
blocked the field goal.
Yeah, and the freshman quarterback Andrew Bunch has done, he's been put into a situation, Matt, and I don't know what you would grade him at right now.
Well, it's like you said, it's not very favorable, especially you're talking about your very first game starting your freshman, and you come out and Blackman basically drives the length of the field. Turn it over, it kind of takes the wind out of everything, because not only did they drive the length of the field, they took a lot of time off the clock. And it seemed like after that drive, Independence just really couldn't find themselves defensively and offensively. They came out, moved the ball a little bit, but then fumbled the ball. But just not looked real solid. Offensively, they've also been switching a lot of people in and out. And we've got a whole lot of new faces, and with that happening, not quite gelled the way they will be in a couple of weeks here, making a lot of mistakes, and people not lining up in the right spot, and people probably missing some assignments, just have not looked as good as they will here in a couple of weeks, I'd imagine.
Well, of course, Vic Wharton, we've seen him have his hands on the ball. Jalen Wade has made a couple of good plays for Independence offensively, and Oscar Prado as well as 22 Dom Childers.
Done an excellent job.
And these guys are really, you know, having to do a lot of one-on-ones out there, man. The guys up front need to start control the line of scrimmage, but again, you're playing a Blackman team that is highly ranked. Got, you know, they lost their big playmaker in Octavius Mathers down at Ole Miss now, but his younger brother D is here, and he's a senior, and now he's got a guy in front of him, kind of a man-child. We saw him down there, Antonio Allen.
Yeah, we were standing there while they were walking in, and he's just a beast.
And then, of course,
those tree trunks.
Braden Davenport, the tight end, who's made a couple of big plays. And
he just looks like a ball player. You see him there clapping his hands right now and lining up number 7. I mean, he just looks like a ball player.
The good thing here, Matt, is the Independence Eagles going to get to receive the ball and hopefully maybe do something on this kickoff. And you see that the deep guys are standing at the 20-yard line, so they don't have much respect for the Blackman kicker.
Well, you know, and he also, you saw Coach one earlier, you don't know if it just he's not able to take it deep, or if he's just worried about the deep threat of the threat that some of these guys have and bringing it all the way back.
Yes, you're right. They did pooch it up the first time, and then second time got it to Wharton, and he returned it for about 10, 12 yards, but we're going to see the crowd is right back into it.
Good.
Kyle Mincy going to kick off. Wharton, Prado back, and there's an onside kick. And they're going to call offsides, and that is very fortunate.
Yeah, because that was not looking very good.
They caught him off guard, and Coach Shadowins pulled the ace of spades out, and he was ready to pounce on it.
But all Independence has got to do right here, get right back in this game. They go down and put 7 on the board. They're right back in it. Change the whole momentum, whole outlook of everything that's happening right here. And that 5 yards is really going to go a long way to helping them. As I think, you know, you're doing the pooch kick, kicking offsides. I don't think you're quite as confident in your kicker as you're just.
Well, I'm sure they're going to try to keep it away from Wharton and those guys back there, Brown and Prado. Now the question is, can Mincy get it deep enough over their heads? They're standing now at the 30-yard line.
You think one of them would be back?
I think they believe Wharton could run under and catch it.
Yeah, he might be able to.
Got the speed to do that. So finally going to get a kickoff, it looks like. Start in third quarter. And they are going to kick it deep. And then see Wharton is going to back it up. Take it under about the 10. And now we'll see if Wharton going to get it to the outside. And again, tap dance is out of bounds.
The 30. You see the speed. Most guys would have been bottled up right there. You know, they had a, but in the open field, he's deadly. And Independence has got to find ways to get him the ball out in open field and space.
And it's tough to do that when you're having to take the shotgun for the quarterback.
Yep.
And you got these 5 linemen chasing after you to slow you down before the real quick guys get there.
Yeah. I think they got it. You know, we saw almost set up the jet sweep. I think the jet sweep to him would be a good play. Fake the jet sweep, throw it up top to him, something, get him moving before the snap of the ball, get him out of that quarterback position.
Well, there's Bunch and there's Wade, and I think that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, you got to keep going to that. We didn't see them give the ball to Wade very much in the first half, but when he got the ball, he was successful just like he was there. They're looking at going to be real close to a first down.
Keep your eye on, Matt, Zach Steele, number 2. Didn't play in the first half, has come out now in the second half starting at fullback, and he is a guy that's going to stick his head in there.
And just like Wade did right there, I mean, you gotta like it, gets those shoulders low, finishes that run, and does end up picking up the first down.
Well, just the example of what happened right there, I'm sure Coach Dyson has challenged his team at halftime.
Oh, and they so far, I know it's only one play, but it looks like they've responded. I think that they've got to kind of do what Blackman's done. Quit messing around, just line up and hand the ball off, hit him in the mouth.
Well, there's Steele.
Steele goes down, but he takes somebody with him. That was like number 23. Didn't really have much of a shot there to let anything develop, but you saw he's got the ability to finish. He lowered his shoulder and ran that man over. Second down.
Well, Coach Dyson sends the play in with Bunch. And, you know, that's, again, a young quarterback really having to talk it over with Coach Dyson to get the play in and make sure you're going to the right spot. And there's Wade, and that's a great handoff tackle.
That's what they've got to do. And you see the success they've got
Unfortunately,
right there.
there are 3 flags
Oh,
down.
wow.
It's either holding or a personal foul on Blackman, number 11.
And there's a helmet that came off there as well.
Jalen Wade on the
Looks
long
like
carry.
our Holligan helmet
Here's the
came off.
flag on the play, and an injured player.
Not quite sure who that is. Hope that young man's all right.
You know, you normally see at week 0, Matt, you see a lot of cramps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think that was probably the case here. I don't.
No, he's looking like he's in some pain. And they're messing with his knee right now. And not massaging it like he'd have a cramp. Referees seem to be talking over what happened.
Well, there was a lot of yellow out there at the
There
end of the play.
definitely was, and they're pointing Independence's direction. But there again, I mean, good things have happened when they've given the ball to Jalen Wade.
Seems like a pretty solid person to go to when you need some yardage.
No doubt. And, you know, I think getting down 14-0 kind of, they went away from that game plan. You know that was something that I'm sure they wanted to do, was run the ball with them. But kind of got away from it. That young man's up. That's number 23,
Number 23.
Neil Lytle.
Neil Lytle, the senior.
And he is walking off on his own power, which is a great sign. Now we're going to check out the call by the gentleman in the white hat.
And it is against Independence. 15 yards. Nope, they're going 10 holding. I thought, oh no, what's happening? I guess they got 2 penalties.
It's a walk and a walk back.
Oh, so it looked like we had a holding and then a personal foul.
Yeah. So you had to walk back 10, bring it back 15.
Let's just split the difference, go 5. Right.
Yeah. So it's going to be 2nd down and 5 probably, the end result.
And don't quite see the hold there, but it's a great run by Jalen Wade. I mean, I think they've just got to keep going back to that well.
Well, I think the hold was by where the Blackman young man ripped off the helmet of the Independence player. I think he was upset that he got held and retaliated. Not sure, didn't quite get the number, but
never a good idea.
That's a rarity. You get the first man caught, and then the second man always gets caught.
You know, they have. I was listening to the radio the other day, and they were talking about it. I'll wait till after this play.
Bunch going to go back to Wade, and this time tripped up. And 53, Matt, picks up the tackle on that.
That is J.J. Lord. Nice job by Lord. But this year in the NCAA, if you get your helmet knocked off in the middle of the play, you're not allowed to make the tackle. And if you go try to make a tackle, they're calling a personal foul on you. I'm not making that up.
All right,
I'm not making that up.
That is, we'll see. But it'll be interesting to see who gets the first call of that.
Yeah.
Now there's Wharton in motion off to tell us, and that you got to contain the end.
He's got the edge. And he's got the first down. Just speed kills. Big first down play. They needed that badly.
Well, the thing about Vic Wharton, 5'11", 180.
Well, they're marking it right there. They may be just a little shy. I thought he stepped out past the marker.
Well, he knows that, 180 pounds, Matt, Vic Wharton knows that he can't continue to get beating after beating after beating. So he
does a good job of getting out of bounds.
Yeah. Unfortunately, right there, didn't quite.
You think he's running right at that marker, he's going to be able to get out right there, but I guess not. I would think Jalen Wade's looking good right here. A quarterback sneak, one of the two.
Yeah, they have gone to bunch with the quarterback sneak.
I think that's definitely what we're going to see. Well, I don't know. We got a. They got it. I think we had some movement, though.
And
that's a killer.
Yeah. And 66.
Yep.
Put his hands on his helmet.
He knew right away.
Well, again, another call, another new call, Matt. Not quite sure what that was.
I think we got some freestyling going on tonight from our referees.
Aiding the runner.
Whoa.
And that's going to be 10. Aiding the runner.
They did, but everybody does that. I mean, you saw Zach Steele immediately fire off and push the quarterback. But man, that's wild.
And Coach Dice is going to call a timeout, I believe, and figure out.
I tell you, Independence can't get the calls tonight. That happens, and then, the ball here, we had that, weren't quite sure what happened earlier in the game when Independence blocked the field goal. Ball rolls to the 1-yard line. Looked like from our vantage point that it rolled into the end zone. But we were told later on after conversing with Creed down in the van that the ball didn't roll into the end zone, and because of that, the ball was blown dead on the 1-yard line. They just can't seem to catch a break here.
Well, don't pick up your quarterback and throw him over the pile, man. I guess that's the end result of the story.
Wow, things were going pretty well, too. Moving the ball, they were about to be across the 50. That's a heartbreaker.
It is. You had 3rd and 1, and now 4th and 10, 11. And they're going to punt the ball. Dorman, nice job, Chris Lilly back. And that great punt. Fair catch. And sucks it in. Mr. Fair Catch does a nice job.
Fair catch by 81. Another good punt by number 20.
And so now, Matt, we'll see if the Blaze answer right here. I mean, all night, ball control, throw a little wrinkle, throw some pass. We'll see who it's the Independence defense that needs to come up and make a stop.
Big time. They've had a couple of big plays tonight. They've got a turnover, blocked field goal, but they need another one right now if they've got one in them. You definitely don't want to go down by 3 scores here. And not only that, this Blaze team, they've run some time off the clock running the ball like they have. And Independence is going to need to get that stopped and get the ball back.
Ooh, the quick handoff to Allen. And the big fella rumbles for about 8. Stop on the play by Prado.
Blaze number 3 up the middle. Tackled by number 1, Stephen Prado.
They always talk on the Food Network about smell-o-vision. I think that the people back home in Williamson County Center, are going to be glad they don't have smell-o-vision right here. I don't know what's going on over there, but something does not smell very good here at Independence tonight.
Well, 2nd and 1 after the big pickup by Allen. Mathers out of the game. That's going to be 22.
Oh, the ball's on the ground.
Fumble, and they pick it up.
Independence has the ball. You said it. They've got to come up with a big play, and they did it.
Yeah. Knotgrass on the run. He fumbles away, and Childress, we talked about, made a couple of big plays, the sophomore.
And that's just what they needed. I mean, you're inside the 30-yard line. Knotgrass drops it. Good job. It looks like somebody came and hit it from behind, and Childress comes in, swoops that ball up, and they're going to be on what about the 33?
Absolutely. You got it right that time, Coach.
Thanks. I know.
So Bunch going to be back in the
67.
game. And Steele in the backfield. I think Jalen Wade was the guy that knocked it away, but there's Steele. Nowhere to run.
Number 2, Zach Steele on the carry.
Steele, I'm sure it was the man called on that we got there. Is that Jalen Wade on the sidelines?
I'm not quite sure that's Vic Wharton or not.
I don't think that's Vic Wharton. Maybe it is.
He's not out there on the.
I don't see him.
He's not on the.
Jalen Wade's out there. Maybe it is Vic Wharton.
2nd and 11. Either way, and there's Wade, the big fella.
Oh, he's got some room.
Way and away.
He's not going to go down. Oh, he tripped. Almost able to break it through. And that's what they got to keep doing. I mean, line up, give the big man the rock.
So Wade giving some life to the Independence offense. 7:51 in the only the third quarter, Matt. It seems like we've been here for 6 hours.
Big hole on that right side of that offensive line, and Wade runs through a couple of arm tackles, not able to keep his feet. If he's able to, though, he's going to walk in that end zone. But he set him up nicely here on what about the 6-yard line with 7:40 here in the second quarter. Back to Wade, not quite as successful, but you know when you get down there, you pick up 2 and 3 yards a pop, you're not doing too bad.
Well, that is Vic Wharton on the sidelines. Looks like he did have some cramps, and he is working his way back.
He's got that helmet back on.
But he looks like he's a little slow.
I'd say a slow Wharton's better than no Wharton.
$1 hot dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers.
Uh-oh. They got your name. The PA announcer has called your name.
No, I'm sorry, that septic thing over there has lost my appetite, brother.
$1 hamburgers. Toss sweep.
Oh, no, on the ground.
Oh, my. And Prado picks it up.
Wow.
And a unbelievable.
I've never been a fan of a stretch or a toss play down inside the goal line. Never. I think you got to line up and hit it. I don't mind a rollout, bootleg, but never been a fan of a toss or a stretch play.
I believe that was Jalen Wade that just couldn't get the handle on it. I'm not quite sure.
Well, he kind of had somebody in his face right there, it looked like.
So, again, the field getting a little damp.
And here we're going to see a replay. We got the toss to him, and he doesn't.
Prado.
Yeah, you're right. It was a little high and outside, but he still should have brought that in, and immediately he's hit. Even if he catches that ball, it's going nowhere. And when you're down on the goal line, you tossed it out to the outside, you're setting yourself up for failure to begin with.
Well, you know what, Matt? When you got an athlete like Vic Wharton, sometimes your quarterback zeroes in on him.
Yep.
And doesn't see the other guys on the field.
And that are also zeroing in on him.
Yeah, so Vic Wharton triple teamed, and the defense knows where the ball was probably going to be placed. The freshman bunch throws it up for grabs, and luckily it was not intercepted. So now.
And I mean, I think you can use that to your advantage too at the same time, because you got guys like Prado out there who can catch the ball.
Prado and Brown. Now you got 5 wide, empty backfield, 4th and 17, going for it. Take what you can get. He's going to throw it up and hope for the best.
He's got a man. He's got him.
Touchdown, Brown.
What can Brown do for you? Nice play by the young man. First touchdown for the quarterback.
Ken Brown. Basically, you had to tell him that's your only option, son. Throw it up. Because Vic Wharton is really hurting. He has got cramps, and he just cannot shake them, Matt. And once they get with you, they're hard to get rid of.
But the sniper.
There's Dorman.
That was a good kick by Dorman. You back that up about 25 yards, it's still going in. I'm liking Dorman.
Absolutely, a great.
I don't think
only a junior.
And here we're going to see the pass, and looks like Blackman's playing zone, and Brown able to get in behind him. The big touchdown cut this to a 1-score game with 6 minutes remaining here in the second quarter.
Third quarter,
my Lord, I'm losing my mind tonight.
Well, you know
I'm a little rusty.
Game 1, week 0.
Ooh, talk about those guys making some mistakes. I'm making some major errors tonight. 52-yard line.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Well,
I'll take it to the house. See you later.
I'll tell you what, we have, local teams around the area. Franklin is playing Siegel.
Not looking so good.
At the time, Franklin, a young team, and things probably not going their way. Siegel, definitely a top 10, 6A team. A quarterback and a running back who's being looked at by a lot of colleges. You see Andrew Bunch right there.
Got to be excited. First touchdown. The Independence Eagle.
And another score. Brentwood High was up 21-0 on Cookeville. And so
I think that's no surprise there.
Well, you know what? I had a lot of questions with the new coach, but you have 30-something seniors.
Yeah.
It really, you get the old adage, you bring your grandma out there and coach them. And Dorman going to try the onside kick, and now they're offsides. Well, that line judge over there, He is just itching to throw that flag.
They're calling it tight tonight. Pulled out some cover the ears, push back, let it go.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on over there.
Aiding the runner. You know what? It's not
They've been itching to throw those flags. They've had a lot of time off here, not been able to
practice.
That's right, dusting them off.
It's not like the first week of rec ball when you're kids and they say, coach, we're going to keep it loose or just learning the game, blah, blah, blah. No, not here.
Really, other than some strange penalties, it's really been a fairly clean game for some of the first games that we've seen here on WCTV. We've seen a lot of flag action. Not been so bad tonight.
Coach Dyson rolled the dice on an onside kick, and of course, the onside was offsides, and now the pooch kick. Unfortunately, I think that's Mathers right there.
Oh,
and that is not going to be good.
Dorman unable to make the tackle this time, but man alive.
Dorman.
Looked like that Blackman kind of had that set up, that they looked like they felt like something was like that was going to happen. Had Mathers right in perfect position. Good blocking up front.
Well, that really burst the bubble of the Independence Eagles.
And there you're going to see the pooch kick right to Mathers. Mathers not deep. Look, good call by that coaching staff, by Blackman, to understand what was happening and what might happen. And Mathers just busted through.
Well, Dorman, the left footer, and they knew to put Mathers on that side over there.
Good job by that coaching staff.
And now we're going to see what happens. The last time Blackman was moving, they fumbled the ball. Independence created the turnover. And there's the bootleg.
Nice.
In. Great coverage down the field this time by the secondary.
Yeah, it was like Zach Steele was able to come in and stop that. You're right. Great coverage is what set that up. And, you got to be thinking after a big play, a lot of times offenses come out, try to go over the top, and that's exactly what happened. You see Zach Steele and looks like
that's
Wade coming in.
One thing I just now realized is that they've put Vic Wharton to the rollout side now.
That's a good call.
They've kept him away.
That's a great call.
And now he's over there on the rollout side. So
yeah, you're gonna roll. That's what happens. You're gonna have a play action. You roll off, and hopefully they're gonna stop some of that.
Rolled out to the right, pretty much every play action. Now he's got to look left. And
he's got some room. Woo!
And Williams lowers the shoulder. And the quarterback taking on.
You kind of like that. I don't think that Christian Webb liked that so much.
Yeah, Mitchell Webb as well, 33.
Back about 8, brings up 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 8, big play here. There you see the quarterback take off, makes a good decision and just kind of lowers that shoulder right into Webb. The crowd's starting to come alive here, trying to get these Eagles spurred on.
Vic Wharton has changed sides. He's following number 9.
He got
play.
Jailbreak.
I think Williams was trying to hand it off to Mathers.
It looked like it.
And Mathers didn't want it.
I don't really blame Mathers looking at that. He didn't have anywhere to go. I mean, there was a host of Eagles in that backfield. Looked like several people came through, just nowhere to go with that ball. Huge play, looking at 4th and about 15.
Well, the clock continues to run here, 3:48 and counting.
A lot of time. Looks like Blackman's going to throw it up here. They don't like their options here on the field goal. Big play. Eagles have got some pressure here the last few plays.
They're going away from Wharton. Oh, and the play off Lilly.
That was an excellent job. Let's see, that's number 20. Can't see. Is that 29?
Yep, 29, I believe, is your right.
Katzman.
The junior. Guess what, Matt? Chris Lilly is down, and he has got a cramp. And so now.
And he's got a long way to go, too. Great play by Katzman. They needed that badly.
Well, you got to wonder. You were at the 31, Matt. A pooch punt, maybe. and you're going to an Independence offense that's really struggled.
If you pooch punt and it goes in the end zone, you're only looking at 10 yards. Yeah. You know, I don't mind it.
Well, they were throwing it as a punt.
Yeah. Well, 3:19 remaining here in the third quarter. A lot of time for Independence.
Keep your eye on Jalen Wade, number 27. Kind of the answer coming out of the second half.
He definitely has sparked this team on. And the other thing, you know, we haven't seen a whole lot of Wharton rolling in at quarterback, a little bit more consistency, not as many people rotating in and out of that offense. I think that's helped some things as well.
SunTrust Bank, Walgreens Infusion Services, Farm Bureau Insurance, agents Chad Cox and Zane Smith. Our thanks to all of these corporate sponsors.
Well, we got a little break here. I think giving both teams some water, I guess it's one of these things where
safety first.
Yeah, safety first. That's right. And Coach Shadowins is thought he had some a little comfort going in there at 14-0, and now a little more pacing over there on the sidelines.
Yeah, especially after that last series. Looked like you were going to possibly extend that lead, and just the defense seemed to just come alive, which they needed badly.
And there's Wade, and I tell you what, I think Blackman is starting to zero in on 27.
And that'd be the smart bet if you're asking me.
And off the bottom of the pile goes Wade.
The bunch coming over to the sidelines to talk to Coach Dyson. Coach Dyson trying to make sure that his young freshman's got everything straight. But he doesn't. He's coming back. Better hurry it up. 7 seconds on the play clock. Although they just turned it off.
A bad snap, and Wade. Somebody wasn't set. Yeah, I think you jinxed everybody, Matt, when you said most of the play's been not a lot of sloppy play, but
I guess I did.
We've had a couple of offsides on the kickoffs, and now this one.
Well, that's not how you wanted to start off this drive. Second and 15. Got some momentum going your way, come out and get stuffed on first down and then have that false start penalty. That's a killer.
So for second, check that, 2nd and 15, you talked about it. And there's
on
a
the ground.
bubble snap. And I tell you what, he's still got plenty of time.
Good job by Bunch, the presence of mind to picking it up.
Well, trying to thread the needle in right there to number 8.
Might not have been the best decision, but I think you did a good job of picking that ball up and not just falling on it. Getting yourself in even worse position in 3rd down.
Matthew Birch, the intended receiver, as it is going to bring up 3rd and 15. And now Wharton is back in the game. Wade is out. So you assume probably a pass play here. Or and again, a fumbled snap. And Thompson, oh my, duck.
Oh!
Picked off by number 11 off the hands.
And that's the second time we've seen Prado put his hands on a ball and not be able to bring it in tonight.
Austin Mosier on the interception. And you got to feel bad for Matt Austin. Andrew Bunch, the quarterback, mishandled the snap like 3 straight times, and then a flying wounded duck out there on the pass.
Not a good pass at all, but Oscar Prado had a good shot of bringing that in.
Definitely underthrown. He recovered.
And there you're going to see it right here. Prado does a good job of coming back to the ball, but, you know, lets it come into his body, doesn't catch it with his hands. Ball pops right back up, and we're looking at Blackman's ball on the 50. .210 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Williams to Knotgrass.
Knotgrass has done a good job filling in.
And not bad. And here comes Davenport, it looks like, has now developed some cramps for the Blackman Blaze on the over at the tight end spot. So
got to get those fluids. Get the drip going.
Sometimes these young men think they're indestructible.
There we got Knotgrass. The nice run.
Well,
Knotgrass has had some really pretty nice runs coming in.
We've got some interesting games on our WCTV schedule, and next week, Matt, down to Summit High School, where history was made last year as they scored on their first ever play on the kickoff return. Didn't win a game all season, Matt.
Nope.
And they played tonight against Clarksville Northwest, the same team they scored the kickoff on. If they do happen to lose, we could be down there next week for win number 1 in school history as they take on Loretto.
A good luck charm.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we are their good luck charm, we need to be on the payroll.
That was an amazing play.
Well, tonight, if you want a copy of tonight's Blackman Independence game, give us a call at 472-4032, $20 a copy. Check out our website at www.wc-tv.net for this game and all the games. I believe we have a YouTube channel as well. I'm not sure. I've checked it out once or twice.
Creed's got some good stuff going on there. You might see a interview
with 2 big guys.
Yes.
Well, and a
Coach Jack Daniels.
And a handsome Jack Daniels, the Williamson County Athletic Director, hosting the Williamson County Sports Connection TV show, which is can be seen on.
You can also find some pretty cool things about the Williamson County Fair that happened recently.
Absolutely. Some bike safety tips. So, big crowd on hand here at Independence High School. Great weather. That weather is held off. Our assistant principal at our school we teach at said, "Hey, were you up last night?" I said, "What for?" It's the storms. I said, "I don't know what you're talking about, man." You know, when you have as many kids as I do, man, I try to block out everything.
Sleep when you white noise.
That's exactly right. So,
big play here.
1st and 10. Blackman Blaze. High snap. There's Mathers. And trying to get to the outside, and he's going to carry for about 3 or 4 maybe.
Just running right through those arm tackles.
Number 22 on the carry. Stephen Prado, number 1 on the tackle.
And Prado on the stop.
Picks up 3.
2nd and 7, a minute 30 left in the 3rd quarter. It's
still a whole lot of time.
A whole lot of time. Plenty of time to make a move. A lot of mistakes being made here in the 2nd half. And you see the ball has been a little slippery. And there's a great play.
Excellent job by number 4, Tyler Hoglund.
Mathers, one times that he's been stopped on the initial contact.
And that's the time to do it. Here we got 3rd and down and about a long 7-8. This crowd again starting to get energized, get behind this defense. And last time they did, had some big plays, had a couple of sacks. Tip ball. The student section's really coming alive over here.
Yeah, when you know the press box is shaking, you know.
And I'm sitting down.
Yeah. 3rd and about 7, and Big Allen
it off.
rumbling, and they're trying to drag him down. He's going to be close, but I think he's going to be just a little short, Matt.
Man, they had him. It looked like they had him stopped 3 or 4 yards shy, but he just kept dragging people.
So 4th down, probably about 2.5, 3, as the clock is going to run out here in the 3rd quarter. And as you take a look at the replay,
I mean, he just moving. That man's hard to bring down.
Well, there is the end of the 3rd quarter with the Blackman Blaze 14 and the Independence Eagles 7. And back on the board, the Eagles came back with the touchdown toss on 4th down. And makes things a little interesting here with 12 minutes left to play here at Independence High School. Paul Brees and Matt Hill bringing you week 0. And maybe this game will be a Williamson County
instant classic.
Instant classic. That's the classic word.
Saw a couple of those this summer. Had some good stuff.
Absolutely. So I give a shout out to Creed, our director, and then the gentleman up here with us, Tyler and Jacob. We got a whole new crew.
New staff except for Tyler and Creed.
Tyler is stuck with us. I guess he has nothing else better to do on a Friday night. But we're glad he's here.
Creed's done a great job with this new staff we got going on.
All
new guys, and really everything's gone really smooth.
They've done a nice job down there.
We got Ben down in the van and Houston in the van with Creed hooking things up.
I think it's Brian and Ricky maybe down there. Fantastic job. Thank you for setting up the tent just in case things went down. And there, the best dressed guy right there.
Yeah.
Big Brian.
Thinking of those penny loafers.
You can't wear white with the wet grass. That's going to be a tough one for you. These young guys are going to learn. Wait till they have to do a game in the snow. Here we go.
Oh, he got some penetration. Oh,
and Mathers is going to lean. And going to be very
That's going to be really close. He did not get a great spot here, which is a good thing.
And now we have another injured player. And now,
I think, based on that spot, I think he's a little short.
Well, that's Vic Wharton again. And it looks like he just cannot shake him, Matt. You told him about the sniper. Skill players always get shot.
Yeah, I never got shot.
Never got
like
shot.
You never see a big guy with a hamstring issue.
He's working too hard down there.
I got plenty of fluids on me at all times.
And so the chains are going to roll out.
Big play right here.
Official timeout for the measure.
Coach Dyson out to check it out.
While they're measuring.
I'm sure he's checking his player out too as well.
Got some nachos left for you.
Well, Dyson waving it
He's
off.
signaling no.
It is short.
And it is short. Huge play. Blackman basically been able to run at will, especially in these short yardage situations. Great stop by this Independence Eagles defense. Huge play to start off this fourth quarter.
On the 20-yard line.
Well, you know, we just talked about Summit, Matt, hoping that maybe, you know, we always want all Williamson County teams to win, but it looks like Summit is up 9-0 on the Clarksville Northwest Eagles, the team that put the hammer on them last year. 9-0, so win number one possibly tonight. Maybe we'll be there for win number two. They can be undefeated. So
that works. Happy for those young men out there to get their first one. Start off a great second season, maybe.
Yeah, it's not official, but just heading into the fourth quarter. And, ooh, that is not going to be good.
2-minute motion, and the ball's on the ground.
And that is going to be recovered by Blackman as number 11 has picked up the ball. And you can't have two guys in motion, Matt. Austin Mosier picks it up. Penalties declined. And the Blaze avoid disaster.
Wow. I mean, you saw it right there. Both the wings went in motion on that play. And Bunch, I'm not sure if he knew even exactly what was happening right there when he saw both those guys coming around. Just not the way you want to start it off. You know, huge play by your defense to begin the fourth quarter. Keep it a one-possession game, and then you just come back out and turn it over like that to start it off. That's got to let the air somewhat out of this defense. They played so hard right there, but they got to come back out and do it again. There's still a whole lot of time. They got to keep these guys out of the end zone and points off the board.
Well, it slipped on the ground.
Yeah, there's that wet turf.
Yep, and now
that might be
number 9.
Some real hurt. Had a touchdown earlier.
Yep, Quindell Cousin slipped on the grass, and Vic Wharton is down again with cramps. I think maybe Cousins is too. So we're here at 11:39 in the fourth quarter, and they're falling like flies.
We need some IV drips going on. I don't know if they do that in high school.
Where's the ice bath?
That's right. I never had to have one of those, but like the ice bath, but not the IV drip. Didn't have to have that.
We just got a score from Page. Page is playing Kenwood. They're down 16 to 10.
Close, tight game.
So still plenty of time. Is in the fourth quarter, just starting down there, and so some Williamson County teams in action as well. Still waiting. Hopefully, maybe catch a Fairview score. As there are high hopes down at Yellow Jacket territory.
Yeah. Well-deserved high hopes. They've got a good team.
And I believe
if you ever get the opportunity, you need to go out there. That PA announcer is worth the price of admission.
Absolutely.
By himself.
Absolutely. And it looks like Brentwood's up 28-0. Siegel laying it on Franklin 46-7. So, and Page again down 16-10. And Summit again leading 9-0. So, some interesting scores, a lot of new faces out there. At Franklin, you have Coach Webb. And at Brentwood, a new coach as well taking over for Ron Crawford. And Page has got Coach Rathbone, also a first-year coach. So changes abound. And Coach Dyson's now the dean of the 11 AAA district. I think it's his third year, and he's the longest tenured coach at his school. Now, Coach Craig Clayton is at Hillsborough now, same district. He'd been, of course, been at Franklin for 7, 8 years. So. There's the big trap.
Oh, wow.
Allen has got plenty of room to bumble.
Man, he just spins through a tackle. Right up the gut. Big man. I mean, that's just a load to stop.
And it's tough if you're a middle linebacker to see him coming your way.
Sweep the leg.
Absolutely. Now, you really don't even think about it. But it is 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
And you got to think.
Another big stop here.
Allen back. It looks like the same formation that they just went to. Now they're going off tackle to Mathers. He's going to trickle through for the first down.
Nice patience. You saw him sitting there just picking it, biding his time, picking and choosing his hole. Does a good job picking up that first down.
1st and 10.
This Blackman offensive line does an excellent job tonight up front.
From about the 13, Matt, 10:48 and counting.
1st down and 10, ball on the 13.
Again, Wharton sidelined with the cramp, so you got maybe a couple of mismatches out there defensively if you're going to throw the ball, but I don't see him doing that, Matt.
No, I think you're trying to run as much time off this clock as you can. You got two beasts like that in the backfield.
Well,
just keep pounding it away.
And D. Mathers on the carry, a stretch play, inside the 5, or about the 5, Matt. You talked about not really going with a toss sweep. Love to keep it between the tackles.
If you want to go outside, I think you do it with the rollout. Something give your quarterback the option to either keep it and go or chunk it in the corner or throw it out of the end zone if he doesn't have an option. But when you toss sweep, you're setting yourself up for some problems.
Well, there's a stretch play. Yeah. Mathers carrying his man.
And you see right there, they went with the stretch, and Mathers was met at the line of scrimmage. Now, he was a good enough back that he was able to go off and pick up a yard or two. But anytime you stretch outside, you're looking for problems. Mathers is a good enough player you can overcome some of those things.
2nd and goal at the 3, and now an official timeout for a measurement. I didn't really.
Look, he got a good spot there. Under 10 minutes now in this 4th quarter.
And it looks like that is going to be a Blackman Blaze first down.
Blackman on the 3, trying to make this a 2-possession game. They have kind of struggled in the red zone.
They have. They've been deep down here a couple of times. And
made some turnovers. Big plays by that Eagles defense. See if they can come up with another one now.
That's 22.
Nice stop. Got some good penetration by that D line.
And Notgrass on the carry.
Number 22 on the carry.
So they're going to have to do it 3 more times, Matt. I don't see Blackman settling for a field goal, unless you want to go by 2 scores. But
I think you're right. Either you're going to go up by 14 or you're going to make them drive 90-something yards.
Well, I'd take my chances with big number 3 and Allen right here.
No doubt about that.
But I believe he was the one that fumbled on the 1. So, and he earned the trust back by the coaches, and there he is.
Wow, he got stood up.
And still going, but drugged down.
This defense has put on one heck of a show in these short yardage situations. They've had several stops tonight. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. And even if Blackman pounds it in here, they really have stepped up.
Unfortunately, the one thing it does not do is stop the clock, as this clock continues to churn out at 7:57 and going.
If they're able to stop them, they've still got plenty of time.
They got to do it
but
2 more times.
Yeah, but
it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Well, no call, no whistle. Up, there it is right there, as the Blaze has punched it in. And Matt Williamson.
I noticed they were careful not to have anybody run and push him in the end zone.
Absolutely. Now, some discussion going
Matt
on.
Williams' second touchdown. Running, right?
And there's the official word, as it is now 20-7 with the point pending.
Still a lot of time on the clock. 7.5 minutes, but Independent's going to come out. Oh!
And blocked by Wharton.
That's his second block tonight.
And that's pretty good with leg cramps.
Yeah.
Man.
Great job by Wharton.
So that is going to make it a 20-7 Blackman Blaze.
There you see the offensive line. They got low and got a real good push. Touchdown Blaze. .7:35 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Eagles down 2 scores, and there you're going to see good job by that offensive line just powering forward. Puts it in the end zone to put them up by 2 touchdowns. Time becoming a real factor here for the Eagles.
Well, you know, Matt, unfortunately for the Independence Eagles, the lone touchdown was kind of a mini Hail Mary to the corner of the end zone on a 4th and like 16, 17. And, you know, not your traditional touchdown play. And so been difficult to get anything going. Jalen Wade.
He's been the main bright spot here for this offense. But I think right now you're not going to be handing the ball off too much.
And they've had the throwing by Bunch has been a little questionable. Kind of got a bad handle on the last throw that got picked off. And so you got to think right now, who is your best option to do kind of a 2-minute offense even with 7:35 remaining in the game?
And then part of the deal is, you know, if you put Wharton out there throwing the ball, he's not able to get downfield and make some plays for you. So you want Bunch throwing it up to Wharton.
And there's a nice kickoff, and Wharton tracking it down, and he's going to be able to bring it back. And
He's got some room.
That's what makes him special.
I think if he doesn't have those cramps, he might be gone right there.
Well, he had to go back 20 yards just to make the catch, so he ran 50. But now what that does is it takes him out of the offense here, first down, as he's going to have to try to recover.
You know, when you got young men like Wharton playing both ways, that's what happens. And a couple of nice moves. And, you know, right there, I think that might also factor it into it. He's been on the field a lot tonight, even with the cramps. And I'm sure, you know, even though he's been conditioning a lot through the summer and everything, you're not in game shape yet.
Well, there's Wade off the handoff, and he is going to be almost break it.
You got to like how hard that young man runs.
So going to bring up about 2nd and 3 off about a 7-yard carry on first down. Well, actually not a second and 5, yeah. Yeah, and I tell you what, things just didn't seem set right there.
No, not at all.
And if that's been the Achilles heel, Matt, been the penalties, not being able to get things going offensively.
Just setback after setback.
It's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. The old Paul Abdul.
We come together.
5-yard penalty on Independence for a false start.
Well, the one thing, you know, you go against Independence, Matt, you're going to have to prepare defensively because they throw a lot of multiple sets offensively toward you.
They certainly do, and a lot of different guys out there doing a lot of different things.
Yeah, Bunch now back to center. Now here's your traditional I. A lot of guys in the box for Blackman. Wade on the stretch, and he's looking for anything he can find. And not there. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Interesting play call.
Jalen Wade, 27.
Again,
You know, you're right. You're right at about 7 minutes to play. You're down by 2 scores, and we've seen 2 runs straight out of the gate here.
3rd down and 7.
Well, you know, you may think Coach Dice is going to see if it maybe one of those run plays busted a little bit to kind of give you a little more room to open up the playbook a little more, but not the case with the penalty.
Nope.
3rd and 7. And now you got the spread formation, 5 wide. Bunch got to make a nice pass here.
Good protection.
There's going to be a pickoff.
Wow.
And a great interception by number 10. Oh, my. Unbelievable. That is Jamie Kent, who also made the tackle on the Wharton kickoff return.
Yes, he did.
And the one-handed interception, Matt, looks like that may be the dagger.
I would agree. And, you know, not only is it a big defensive play for Blackman, but Blackman's offense is going to come back out here and just eat some more time right off this clock.
Another Blackman Blaze player down with cramps.
And here we see it. Passes a little high again. And Eagles is able to put his hands on the ball, but not able to reel it in. And the second interception tonight, been off a tip pass. Again, the ball was a little high, but a good catch by that young man.
Well, now Independence defense really got to buckle down.
Yeah, they've got their work cut out for them.
Oh, wow, the jet sweep and a fumble, and they're going to get it right back, Matt.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
No quitting this defense at all.
Fumble in the backfield.
And it is going to be Independence ball off the turnover. So back-to-back interception, Independence. Blackman fumble.
Independence has got to capitalize now, though.
And somebody stopped the people leaving the gate, heading to the cars. You never know.
Here we see the little jet sweep. Blackman not able to get and does not get the handoff. And the Eagles able to pounce on that with a quick turnover to get their offense back on the field here. With 5:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. There still is time, but they're going to have to move. I don't think you come out running the ball here, and you can't afford to have any more nickel and dime penalties.
Well, there's Bunch. Threw an interception last time. Going to make it simple. And a great knockdown.
Somebody's going to have to make a play for this wide receiving core here for the Eagles. Zach Steele had the ball come at him, and yes, the defender did get all over that ball, but Steele's got to wrestle that thing away and take it in.
Jawan Jennings, the defender, breaks up the pass. Who said the bands give up after halftime? Still going, strong.
They've got a long drive home.
Well,
they're going to play it all the way.
5-10. There's a toss for Wade. And a great play by Jennings. Stretch it out even further. And now,
under 5 minutes.
Allen slow to get up for Blackman. He may have some cramps.
He's been on the field a lot tonight. He's calling for somebody to come on for him.
Yeah. And I don't know if he's going to be able to make it off. Yeah.
Nope.
They're going to have to stop the clock.
Yeah, I'd say he's done for tonight. Oh, no, he didn't make it.
No, he almost
tried to hit that sideline.
Got him. Right about 3 yards from the sideline. Allen went down. And so now 3rd and 11. Bunch got to make a right pass. He's under pressure. And a
ball's out.
Yep.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
You're not going to believe who just recovered the ball. Number 10, Jamie Kent, the guy that just made the interception.
He's all over the place.
They call him Mr. Turnover.
And right off the bat, a lot of pressure right up the middle. Decent pass. Right to him, but, you got to hang on to the ball, and that's just kind of the whole ball of wax for Independence tonight. Not able to put anything together offensively.
Well,
Coach Dyson and team were pretty excited about what they had coming in offensively, but just not able to put it together.
Well, we're going to have a timeout with Blackman. Matt, this is the first opportunity. This is probably a lot of reason why these kids are getting the cramps and a lot of sloppy play here at the end. You probably play a couple of scrimmages where you're playing half of a game probably, and then the number 2s and 3s come in.
Brother-in-law.
And then maybe a jamboree of a quarter, and you're really not getting the full 4-quarter effect. And some of these guys are feeling it right now.
We got our cameraman feeling a little
Jacob,
bit over here.
Our cameraman over here is kind of
stretching.
feeling it. He was not. This is not what he bargained for.
No. Not sitting and texting right now. He's having to work for a living, working man up here.
Well, again, next week, Summit High School, where Loretto is coming in to visit the Summit Spartans. And hopefully we will have another classic. There's Jacob in the famous Oakland A's hat. Old school Mark McGuire, Jose Canseco. And he has done a nice job. Ricky, there he is. Living his dream out. The sideline camera. Fantastic. Well, here we go. 1st and 10, Blackman. Last time they tried to run the jet sweep. Turnover, and now Jalen Wade on the blitz. Williams needs to just take a knee before he fumbles it, and there's a sack by the Eagles defense.
Quarterback number 16, sack.
Best thing that happened right there, no turnover for the Blaze, and the clock continues to run with 4:05 left. And the clock continues to run. So from first and 10 to second and 14. And the Blaze just going to try to keep it on the ground. Surprised they went to a pass formation right there with the bootleg.
Yeah, you'd think they'd come out and just play a little more smash mouth football. You know, we've talked about the fact that they have not really, they've been pretty vanilla.
Not grass. Going to get it back to the original.
Line of scrimmage there. Got a flag on the play.
Number 6 on the tackle.
Maybe a face mask. We'll see. Maybe trying to determine the severity. Either way, a great night of football here in Williamson County.
Still trying to get it worked out, I think.
They're going to try to say, hey, do you want 10? You want to? It's going to be second and 4.
It's first game for these referees, too, as well.
Absolutely. I don't think.
I don't want their job for anything.
Oh, now they're going to wave it off. Just kidding, everybody. We wasted about 3 minutes, and we are not going to do a thing. So with that being said, 3:31 left in the fourth quarter. Paul Brees, Matt Hill, Independence High School, 20-7. Blackman has come in.
3:31.
And now, going to be a timeout, Independence. So Matt, you got a lot of teams in Williamson County with a lot of high expectations. Some teams rebuilding. I think some teams you may want to look out for are.
Yep. I think definitely you want to look out for Brentwood. You mentioned it earlier. They've got, I think 36 returning seniors. I mean, they're going to be a team to definitely look out for. Coach Jack Daniels thinks Centennial is definitely going to be one to look out for. I think Centennial is going to have a good season, but he picked them to go to the state finals. So that's interesting. You're going to owe them a dinner if that happens?
Yeah, I absolutely, and I'm not.
Nothing against Centennial either.
No, absolutely. I'm for the Cougars, yes.
They always. I've only been there one time. Great place to go watch a football game.
Absolutely. Now they, if you want to stay at the hotel, they just built the Drury Inn. You can sit there and watch the game for free.
Nice deal.
Right
nice
over
deal.
the Centennial High School football complex, and just don't. If you're driving down 65, just don't look right, or you may run into the wall looking at the game. 3rd and 9, 3:31 left here. And a nice quick handoff to number 8. That is going to bring up 4th down.
Interesting to see what they decide to do here. I'd imagine they go for it. Not trying to run up the score, just trying to close it out.
Yeah, Marvell Ridley is going to run it.
Run right up the middle.
Yeah, 4th and 4. And you have guys like that, Matt. You just come in and out. You got 170 guys dressed out. I mean, they brought in like 6 buses.
A lot of folks in Rutherford County want to play football.
That being said, it's always usually well, now they took a delay of game, Matt. But I was going to say Rutherford County, Williamson County has always been kind of the 2 counties in 6A to kind of go after each other. Not enough teams to fill up their schedule in their district. And so when they look outside to try to schedule somebody.
Nice and close.
Each team, nice and close. Not a lot of travel. And good quality opponents for both groups.
Agreed.
So.
But, going back to what you were saying earlier about teams with something to with some opportunities this year, you said it earlier, I'm very partial to Fairview. I think they've got a real good shot of winning it all. Real exciting, dynamic team up there. Well coached.
Coach Hughes.
Chris Hughes got them all straightened out.
Yeah. Done some good things in the few years he's been there. Coached most of those kids in middle school that are the ones that are going through there, but
Did a good job, middle school, setting up the CIT3 program.
positive behavior.
We saw him in a good video about that here with Dr. Looney.
Well, Matt, unfortunately, no flag on the play. Blackman calls a timeout. So this would be a good time to go to your refrigerator. Get you a quick snack.
Bring us one while you're at it.
Yeah, 2:41 left.
We missed out on those dollar hot dogs and hamburgers.
I hope maybe they're giving them away for free as we walk out. I don't know. Well, still a crowd. I mean, you know.
A lot of people still here. Holding out hope.
And give the quarterback Williams credit. He's done a great job commanding this offense and now draws the Eagles off sides, and that is going to bring an automatic first down.
Yeah, you said it, though. Matthews has done a great job tonight. Hasn't thrown the ball very much, but when he has, he's been effective. Has not had penalties, knows what's happening. I'm sure he's made some audibles and things that we haven't seen. Done a great job of running that offense. And that's where you see the difference between a freshman running your offense and a junior.
So, 1st and 10, 2:41. As Blackman has the ball. Just trying to run this clock out. Oh, wow. Quick handoff. They were going to try to run the option right there. Number 8, Marvell Ridley.
Keeping them honest.
And again, Allen and Mathers, looks like their nights probably are over. The dynamic duo back in the backfield that started this whole thing out.
Just that first drive just kind of set the whole tone for the entire game. Blackman just came out and played smash mouth football, and Independence just was not able to stop it.
So under 2 minutes, Williams going to check the clock and run as much of it off. And now, delay of game.
Ran just a hair too much.
And Coach Shadowins is looking and saying, well, the clock on the end zone gave 16 seconds left. And usually that back judge has to give the hand signal as the time is winding down. He's keeping it on the field, Matt.
Yep, that's his job.
And I didn't even see him do it.
I didn't either.
So
we've seen some interesting hand signals from these guys tonight. I'm getting online tonight and I'm finding out what that ear to the head was, or hand to the ear.
Well, here's another offsides on Independence. Play is really, really getting sloppy here. And Matt,
things just getting a little ugly.
I'm not
here.
sure what the
Some
curfew.
frustration.
I'm not sure what the curfew is for the students, but it's getting pretty late up here.
Yeah, I know. My wife called me. I think she was thinking that.
Yeah, you'd be home by now.
Yeah, it's like, will you pick me up shake on the way home?
Well, it is 1:50. And Williams is going to direct the offense. Quick handoff, 39.
41 on the tackle.
That's going to
39
be
running the ball up the middle.
Wilkerson.
KJ.
And guess what, Matt?
You got a man down.
Man down. Sniper has gotten the bug. So 8 seconds off that play.
That young man's all right. Oh, we got a personal foul penalty as well.
Well, you know, man, I know you have school-age children, but yours is in kindergarten, right?
Kindergarten. Miss Kids class over at Grassland Middle School.
No, he's already in middle school.
I'm telling you right now, I'm out. Hill out. Elementary school.
Elementary school. He loves school right now.
He does. He's actually real excited. We're actually doing the second time around with kindergarten, and not a bad thing. He's got a late birthday.
And that happens.
And Miss Kidd, excellent teacher over there. We're excited to have her again. Nothing like brown
It's
nosing
amazing
on
the
TV.
difference between It's amazing the difference between a kindergarten and a 8th grader. School.
Yeah.
So
you got a.
I got a whole bunch, but
2-year-old and a 16-year-old or 15-year-old.
15 and a half. Yeah. The difference between those kids, eager, not wanting to get up and go to school, and now we have Power Mondays for middle school kids, and I have 2 in middle school, and they're like, yes. Well, bad news is the buses still run on time, still run the same time. So
enjoy the cafeteria.
Yeah, exactly. Have fun sitting in there.
Here's $1.25 for a cinnamon roll. Enjoy yourself. BYOT now's got a whole new meaning. Play little Angry Birds while you're waiting.
Bring your technology. Absolutely. A new initiative in Williamson County.
Which I'm actually excited about. I think it's going to be a good deal for our kids and our teachers.
Absolutely. And so now, even the delay, the referees cannot even find their flags. They're chasing one down, trying to hand it back.
Because they're going to throw another one, I can tell you right now. They're looking for that opportunity.
Well, Matt, I know you as a math teacher, at 8 seconds of play and a 5-minute delay.
Don't even.
What is the time frame? It's like a math word problem.
Look, I said 52 yards. I'm not even getting started right now. So we're
and your kid's in middle school and kindergarten.
That's right. It's on now. I just got fired. It's been nice knowing you people here. Enjoyed myself for the last couple of years.
So going to be first and goal. Clock is winding. And there is a handoff. To Wilkerson and Coach Dyson as I guess come to the decision that we're not going to use any timeouts, and maybe Blackman hopefully will now take a knee as Williams lines up.
45 seconds remaining.
It's going to be
Getting all the way
snaps,
down.
2 snaps of the ball, and Blackman has picked up a huge road win for Rutherford County.
Maybe they can take a little time here getting it set.
And
we're done.
The Blackman Blaze open up the season week 0
with a big win
over a tough Williamson County team that's predicted to vie for the district title. As Coach Dyson walks off the field, as here we are, the WCTV Game of the Week. And Paul Brees and Matt Hill bringing you the concluding action as the Blackman Blaze 20 and the Independence Eagles 7. And we will be back next week for our Game of the Week at Summit High School. And we will see you then.